Monday, 2:30 p.m. at my locker. I've spent almost 2 hours giving Andre a complete tour of WCD. Unlike some NHH students, he seems pretty friendly and has a wicked sense of humor. We got along really well. And get this, we both love art. The only problem is that he makes me super nervous. I don't know why, he just does. Andre hasn't had a chance to meet any other students yet. Although after my crazy text messages, Chloe and Zoe are dying to meet him. In just the past hour, my BFFs have texted me more than a dozen times. My phone was chiming so much I turned off the sound. I couldn't believe they were actually begging me to take a selfie with Andre and send it to them so they could see what a hunk he is. Sorry, Chloe and Zoe, but I've only known the guy for like 5 minutes. I am not going to embarrass myself by saying, Andre, would you mind taking a quick selfie with me? My BFFs are just dying to see how hunky you are. Like, how juvenile would that be? At least Chloe and Zoe weren't too upset with me earlier when I told them I couldn't meet them today to work on their video project. After Andre and I completed the tour, I showed him his locker and told him to text me if he had questions about anything. He had to leave school early for a dentist appointment, so I walked him to the main entrance. I thought his dad was waiting to pick him up at the front of the school, but he said it was his chauffeur. Yes, the guy is in middle school and has his own chauffeur. Can you believe it? Must be nice. We agreed to meet tomorrow morning at my locker and then head off to class. After Andre left, I decided to go ahead and read that email about the Paris trip in August. I wasn't supposed to find out if I'd been accepted for another week still, but I was pretty sure this was a big, fat rejection. Even if my head exploded, the only person around was Mackenzie, and she couldn't care less. Unless, of course, a teeny tiny bit splattered on her shoe, in which case she'd have a complete meltdown. I held my breath as I nervously read the email. Dear Nikki, blah, 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 blah. OMG! I'm going to Paris! I actually got a spot on the trip. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to read the entire email because I was very rudely interrupted. By guess who? Mackenzie! So, it must be a family business trip. I didn't know Paris had a roach problem, she giggled. Okay, yeah. My dad owns a bug extermination business. Big hairy deal. But why did girlfriend have to start tossing nasty insults? I wasn't even talking to her. That's when I suddenly stared at Mackenzie in horror. OMG, Mackenzie! It's your nose! I gasped. I can't believe it! Your nose! She immediately panicked and touched her nose. What's wrong with my nose? It's in my business. Again, I exclaimed. Please, keep your nose out of my business. Mackenzie just rolled her eyes at me Nikki, instead of worrying about my nose, you should worry about your face. You're so butt ugly that when dogs first meet you, they sniff your face. I know you're jealous, Nikki, but don't hate me because I'm beautiful. You actually think I'm jealous? Mackenzie, you have fake hair, fake nails, fake eyelashes, and a fake tan. I can actually buy your beauty super cheap at the dollar store. Well, don't feel too bad, Nikki. You can always Photoshop the photos of your face. At least I have hope, Mackenzie. You can't Photoshop your ugly personality, but your dad's really rich, so you can ask him to buy you a new one for your birthday. That's when Mackenzie just totally ignored me. She glanced in her mirror and slathered on like 4 layers of pretty peach sparkly lip gloss. Then she flipped her hair, rolled her eyes at me one final time, and sashayed away. I just hate it when Mackenzie sashays. Mackenzie is so aggravating. She makes me want to scream. But instead of thinking about Mackenzie, I decided to concentrate on my fabulous summer plans. They were exciting enough to make even Mackenzie green with envy. June. Have I mentioned yet that my birthday is in June? July. I'll be on tour with my BFFs in July. August. I'll do Paris in August. September. And then high school in September. I was not about to let Mackenzie's silly, mean girl shenanigans ruin my good mood. Besides, I was too distracted. I was already envisioning myself taking selfies in Paris. This is going to be the best summer of my entire life.